All right, first thing we're going to do here is we're going to check the oil on this. There's a little bit on the stick. It's all the way at the bottom of add. Add a little bit here just to keep it from being empty. The oil's pretty cold, so it's not going to flow fast. That's better. Well, there's a little bit of gas in there. That looks pretty normal. It probably has enough openings there. Probably not too dirty there to keep it from running yet. I do have another one here that's a lot better that I probably saved out of something else that didn't work at all. So we'll start out with a better air filter at least. There's a good chance that that spark plug is going to be a little fouled. Probably carboned up pretty good, but we'll give it a shot. Now it says on here, no prime, no choke. So we're going to pull the rope a few times and see what happens here. See if it makes a mess in my garage. A little noisy underneath there. Seems like it is. You never know what could be loose under here. Yeah, it's grass buildup. A lot of grass buildup. Wow. Well, we're going to clean that out a little bit so it doesn't shoot all over the garage. So that'll give you an idea of what kind of life this mower had. That it's all dirty under here. They mulched and never really kept up with cleaning. And that drop of oil that was on the stick, it was pretty dark. So between the dark oil, the very dirty air filter, all the grass that was under here, I'd say they bought this as a throwaway. And obviously they weren't worried about maintenance on it or upkeep. Probably the first time something didn't work right, they just gave up on it. So maybe we'll get lucky on this one. You know, there's a lot of videos out there. Oh, I put a new air filter in it and changed the spark plug and it's like new, it's ready to sell. Well, there should be a little bit more to it than that. And maybe there is, and it's just not making it into the video. I don't know. But there's no shortage of videos out there showing you how easy this is. I can tell you it's no fun getting this belt off. The ones made by Toro or by MTD for Toro, it's a little tricky. This belt here is actually on the outside with a cover on it. This belt may not be too bad to change. But I've had some of these where changing that belt is a nightmare because of the way it's built. So this is a pretty good pile of grass here. I wouldn't be surprised if most mower shops would charge extra for this. You know, cleaning the deck out a little bit, that should be routine. You know, that may be something that they don't really charge for, but you get this much grass from a push mower. You know, this is a little bit of time that they got to spend. And depending on what kind of shop they have, where their property, this may have to go in their trash. So then they're paying to get rid of your garbage. So I would not be surprised if most places are going to charge a little bit for cleaning the deck like that. All right, let's see what happens now. Well, nothing yet. Well, I guess we'll pull the spark plug quick here. See what we get out of that. Boy, they don't make that easy to get to. It's right up against the valve cover. Get my handy dandy spark plug wire pliers here. There we go. Now, what size is that? 5/8. All right, what are we going to see when we pull this spark plug out? It's wet. So why is it wet? Like it's really wet. Well, you may think, okay, the spark plug's not working, and that's why it's wet. But I don't think that would make it be dripping wet. Well, it'd be nice if I could see that while I'm pulling the rope. There we go. I can't see anything. All right, let's see what happens now. I see a little spark. It's definitely sparking. So it's definitely got some spark. Probably could be better, a little more consistent maybe. So this spark plug is an RC12YX with a really small tip there. So we're going to try this. good old-fashioned RC12YC. A lot fatter electrode. This is an old style spark plug here. And as long as it doesn't stick out any further, we don't have to worry about it hitting the piston. I'm not seeing anything. Oh, a little bit there. So do we have a spark problem? Is it possibly a bad coil? Well, we cleaned that a little bit. Let's see if that helps. Well, it's definitely sparking a lot better now. Try putting this back in. See if she kicks it all. All right, so far we tried it the way it came in, except for I added some oil and I changed the air filter because the air filter was really bad. We tried it like that. It didn't start. So I cleaned the spark plug. The spark looks better. Now I'm going to make sure that the choke is closing because it's definitely not going to start with the choke being open. And we'll squirt a little card cleaner in there and see if it'll fire. It has compression, it has spark. They all have to happen at the right time. Well, the choke is closing, I can tell that. So now we got now we have some liquid in there that'll burn. So let's see if we can get this to fire up. All right, so it does run. It don't sound too bad. When I squeeze the handle up here, the wheels try to turn a little bit. They try to rotate. So